What is up, guys?
I'm late and I'm rushing to finish packing. Don't show them that.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to be taking you through the updated process of traveling to Thailand, what you need, what you don't need, as well as what it's like in Bangkok at this very moment.
Thailand has just opened up with minimum restrictions, which means no testing, no PCR. Anybody can come in, and we are so excited to go back because it has been 4 years since we've been to Thailand. So we are going to be heading to Thailand for 1 month, and we're going to be exploring as much as we can. So I can't wait to take you guys along for it. Now, as you can see, I have a glass of wine in my hand, which can only mean that I'm at the Serendip Lounge here at the Sri Lankan airport, and that is because we booked economy tickets with Sri Lankan Airlines and we were upgraded. So we're already off to a fantastic start on this trip.
One thing I love about Sri Lankan Airlines, and I may be biased because this is the national carrier of my homeland, is their service. While some of the aircrafts may be older than those in similar categories, the one thing that you can't beat or find anywhere else is that true Sri Lankan hospitality, and of course those delicious Sri Lankan flavors.
So usually our style of vlogs are a little bit more professional if you have seen our Dubai series, but for this we want to try something a little different. We're going to try and keep it really real and casual with you guys, and it's going to be kind of new for us because we'll be touching back to base with our initial style backpacking, and it only makes sense to take it back to that authentic style of vlogging as well. It is also the rainy season here in Thailand, so it's going to be very interesting.
The process of getting a cab is very simple. You just click a few buttons on this machine and it connects you with the driver. Other than your fare for the ride, you will also be charged 20 baht per piece of luggage.
And just like that, we have arrived and we are out of the airport in our cab heading to our hotel. So the process was super easy compared to the last time we traveled to Dubai, where we had a PCR test 72 hours before at the airport in Sri Lanka, and then on arrival in Dubai as well. Super easy. We arrived, we needed 4 documents: passport, Thai pass, boarding pass, as well as, what was the other one? The immigration document. Super easy. They checked us in. Normal airport process. The airport wasn't as crowded as I expected it to be. Talking to people, what I'm understanding is that the crowds are just starting to come in, so I think it's a good time to come. So we've arrived at our hotel, we've dropped our bags. We're a bit too early to actually rest in our rooms, unfortunately. We can only come back in the afternoon, so we've decided to walk around and take a look around. To be honest, when we first arrived at this location, it was just tiny alleyways and slightly dodgy looking, to be honest. But once we went to our hotel and once we started exploring, we realized this is a very authentic Thai neighborhood. It's very local, very quaint, and it's got a really nice vibe to it. And we're loving it so far. We're loving exploring it. So travel restrictions have been lifted, making it super easy to visit Thailand, and that means no PCR test. But one thing to keep in mind is that this season, the start of May, is actually considered the off-peak season here in Thailand. There's an expectation of rain, even though it is pretty sunny out here right now. But with that actually comes a great opportunity. If you're trying to travel Thailand on a budget, now is a great time to do so, because there's a wide splash on prices, on accommodation, a lot of discounts that you can make use of. But it's also a really great time to travel Thailand if you want to travel at a time where there isn't a lot of tourists. And that's what we're experiencing right now, is that there's a very small number of tourists that we're seeing, because every time I've visited in the November, December seasons, it has been packed everywhere we've gone. So this is very refreshing.
So after wandering around the alleyways near Charoen Krung Road, we stumbled upon Jojo's Cafe, and since we hadn't eaten anything since our last meal on the flight, we grabbed a cup of coffee, which was delicious by the way, and relaxed a bit before heading off to explore the nearby area. We came across a ferry point that takes you across the river, and it's really convenient if you want to visit the mall, because not only do they have their own ferry running the whole day, it's actually free too. Alright, so we are about to dig into our first meal in Thailand. We walked around a lot and there were a lot of delicious options, but we settled for this. We are at the Icon Siam Mall. We have a very cool market set up here, a local market and food stall kind of vibe. It's obviously very authentic, lots of different varieties to choose from, and it's so close by to where we're staying, so not complaining and can't wait to dig in. The place where we decided to get our food from had a number of different curries on heated pots. So you select the curry and they put it with noodles and you get to select your topping. Actually, they had a vegetarian one, which was a peanut curry, so it worked out great for me. Everything else there, of course, the curries had or the soups had a meat in it, crab, chicken, fish, whatever it is. Shan, what did you get? Chicken. Green curry chicken. So yeah, let's dig in. Ooh, that's way too much. So interestingly enough, it says on my one that the peanut curries usually had cold, so mine is cold, but Shan's is piping hot. So good. Flavors of Thailand. Alright guys, so it has been a few days now, about 3 to 4 days, and we have been exploring Bangkok city, and it is really starting to pick up. It's not as busy as it usually would be, but we're seeing more tourists and we're seeing more night markets and more food stalls being open throughout the city. We have been exploring a lot and I am so excited to share that with you guys. So that will be coming up in the next few vlogs coming up. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for all the Bangkok and the rest of the Thailand adventures. And I will see you guys soon in the next one. Bye!